Hey YouTube, this is my continuing coverage of Halloween Horror Nights 24 for Orlando, Florida. And this video is all about Bill and Ted's excellent Halloween adventure. Now, first, a little bit of a thing that we were able to get in a little bit earlier. It was an annual pass holder event, if you don't know about it. If you are an annual pass holder, you can go to the website and RSVP. There's only a few nights that you can do that. But if you do, the annual pass holders get in first, and then they let everybody else in, which was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So, first off, the same actors play Bill and Ted again, which is awesome, though they did have a lot of jabs at their age.
Yeah, the basic concept is it's the frat house from the movie Neighbors, and Bill and Ted need to try to infiltrate it to see, what's going on. And there's a lot of jokes about, aren't you guys in your 30s or aren't you guys in your 40s? Which I hope doesn't mean that this is the last year of those actors. But maybe that's what it is. I hope not. Maybe it's just a college joke.
I didn't see the movie. Maybe the people in the movie who are playing the characters are old for being college students. I'm not sure.
It's possible.
Either way, awesome to see them back again.
Yeah.
There was no intro video this year. Usually, up on the screen, they'll show the video. It says, there will be explosions and naked people, not really naked people, but barely clad people, and bad language, and no video recording or flash photography. So this year, they had it on the screen, but one of the actors read it out loud, which is interesting.
Yeah.
I was like, that's weird. They're starting the show without the disclaimer, and then
there it was. Yeah.
If you saw last year's Bill and Ted, which hopefully you did because it was really good.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of a surprise that one of the characters came back, which I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
We'll get to that in a little bit.
Okay.
What does you have?
Okay, well, like I said, the basic plot is the frat house from Neighbors. Pledges who are trying to get into the frat house are dying, and Bill and Ted are trying to figure out what's going on. There's a lot of pop culture from the past year. Frozen makes an appearance. There's a lot of Disney jokes. Captain Phillips. Gardens
Look at me.
Yeah.
Look at me.
Okay.
Look at me.
Okay, I am. That guy comes in and he says, "Look at me. I'm this now," and instead of I'm the captain, I'm whatever costume I'm wearing, and they're like, "No, dude, that doesn't really work," and he runs off and changes, and it's pretty funny. Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy comes in as DJ Star-Lord, and it's a really funny show this year.
Yeah. Now, I guess I've missed more things they're in a show than I have in the past. So there's a lot of times where people are laughing. I'm like, okay. I never saw Frozen.
Well, I didn't either, but it was very hard to escape from Let It Go. So it was actually very nice to see that song get parodied in such a way.
I don't know. You said I heard it once. I don't remember it. Maybe I should listen to it once before we go back so I understand the joke.
Yeah. Well, I mean, have you seen all of the How It Should Have Ended videos?
Yeah. I probably saw it on that.
Did you see how Frozen should have ended?
Probably not, because I didn't see the movie.
Oh, okay. Well, Let It Go is everywhere. All over YouTube, all over the internet, all over the radio. You'll hear people singing at work. Do you want to build a snowman? No. That kind of thing. And
I don't think I've ever heard that song.
Yeah. Well,
so when we were in line, I said, Let It Go. I'm like, what? Let It? I know the song Never Let It Go from Mushroom Head.
Yeah.
But they're like, oh my God, you're lucky. How did you escape it? I'm like, I don't know. I just didn't see it.
Yeah.
I know what the poster looks like. I know it's a movie it's an animated movie, I think, right?
Yeah, it's the newest Disney animated movie.
It's an animated movie about somewhere cold.
And
that's about all I know.
Yeah, and this one girl has ice powers and...
Yeah, see, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. But yeah, so A lot of stuff is in this Bill and Ted show, and it's very funny. Check it out.
And as always, the light show is awesome.
Yeah.
My list is kind of short because there's this new type of LEDs that they have up in the truss that they spin around, and the different diodes move, and the lights change colors in a way I've never seen. And I just sat there mesmerized by it. I'm like, oh my God, I don't have a board to run it off of. I don't have the money for it. I don't have anywhere to put them. But damn, I want one of those things.
Yeah.
Or 5.
Yeah.
They are amazing.
The light show is almost like another character to the Bill and Ted thing. It's like we've been fortunate enough to talk to some people who work in the park, and yeah, they mentioned the guy who does the lighting is like this amazing, light show guy.
He also does the concerts for the Hard Rock.
Yeah, so that's an indication of like how good he is, and
it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Now I noticed that they didn't use the phone booth almost at all. It showed up in the beginning, and someone went off in it, and then it showed up at the end, and that's pretty much it. It's usually more integral to the plot than it is for whatever reason. It's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just something, observation.
Yeah, Ice Cube ended going back in time with it, and I guess he was busy with it or something.
I don't think he came back for the rest of the show, did he? I figured he was going to.
Didn't he come back at the end?
Maybe. But usually they come back right away, and then Bill and Ted, like, oh, we lost our time machine again.
Yeah.
Bogus.
Yeah. Maybe they did a lot with it last year, and they just wanted to switch things up.
Maybe half the audience is like, "What's a phone booth?"
Yeah. Yeah. Like. Well, I mean, I guess if you've seen the Bill and Ted movie, obviously you know that it's integral to like it's like the third character. Like you can't have Bill and Ted without the phone booth.
Yeah.
But yeah, like a lot of these 20-somethings have no idea what a phone booth is. Let alone a payphone.
Yeah. A payphone.
Yeah.
All right. So what do we have here for spoilers? If you've gotten this far, if you haven't gone to the Halloween Hornets this year, and you're going to go, which you should if you can, and you don't want to get too much spoiled, other than what we've already slipped out, maybe skip to the end or whatever. But
yeah. Okay. So we got Guardians of the Galaxy. We got DJ Star-Lord. I mean, it won't spoil anything of Guardians, but that movie is tremendously huge. And so we got DJ Star-Lord with raccoon hanging around on his back.
Yeah, he had a backpack that looks like a raccoon. And there's a plant when he walks in. Who was it who came over and hugged the tree and said, "Oh, it's good to see you, Groot." And Star-Lord's like, "Dude, that's just a tree." I
think either Bill or Ted did that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so we got jokes about Disney. There's some sort of like wristband that Disney World gives you that has a lot of problems.
It's a really cool idea. Basically, you put that on and you don't have to bring your wallet. You can pay for it at the stores and like in the restaurants. It lets you into your hotel room, things like that. It's a great concept. I was thinking that Universal should do it, but apparently not because it doesn't work very well.
Yeah. Well, that's part of the plot. The guy running the frat house is making the pledges put on all these wristbands, and it ends up killing them after a little while.
Oops.
Yeah, like they get this shock and they fall down, they dead, and I don't know his name. I don't follow sports, but the guy, was it the Clippers?
I think so.
The owner of the Clippers who got into trouble this year saying things.
Racist comments.
Yeah. He's running around. He's like, "I'm an old man. I don't know what I'm doing." That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
They've got Frozen like we discussed, and
I think we mentioned this video. There's when you look up in the truss, it looks like fog machines.
Oh.
And I thought, well, I don't know what that is. Then I realized, well, there was a little bit of fake snow. I'm like, oh, those are probably for the finale, and it is. It's that foam that breaks off into little pieces and it falls down and it looks like snow falling. So
yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
It of course it also enhances the lighting. That's what I like about it.
Yeah. The Frozen joke is the woman playing Elsa, I think is her name from Frozen, is a bigger lady, so the song is "I Let Myself Go." You know, "Let It Go" is an inescapable song, so it's actually kind of a
Or not.
Well,
I apparently have never heard it.
yeah. So if you're like this guy and you somehow escaped "Let It Go,"
La 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 la.
it's nice to hear the song parodied like that.
We believe it's the same person who played Paula Deen last year. It
Yeah.
looks like her. It sounds like her. We can't verify absolutely, but we're pretty sure it is.
Yeah, and you know, the "Look at Me" guy from the Captain Phillips trailer. You don't even need to see the movie; just look at the trailer. And what we talked about before, coming back from last year, was a fan favorite from the show. Was the Avatar guy, the guy dressed up in the Avatar suit, going, "They have sex with their tails, sex with their tails." And he comes back and does his whole little routine again because it was a huge reaction from the crowd.
That was kind of weird on my guy because they were like they were talking in a way it sounded like last year, and it was like, oh, that sounds like some. And then the guy shows up. I'm like, okay, I didn't expect that.
Yeah, but it's nice to see him. You know.
So that's our review. We're going to be back on Halloween night and the final night, because if you haven't been to the Bill and Ted show on the final show of their run, it's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Last year, people were quoting the lines. They ad-lib a little bit and change it up. So if you have seen it once before, it's a little bit of a different show just for variety's sake.
Yeah.
And we might even sneak a camera in. So thanks for watching. Been shouting out this company called Lens Pro to Go. Unfortunately, they're not a sponsor. They're not paying us. I don't have a big enough channel. But if you're looking to rent camera gear, audio gear, filmmaking gear, check them out, lensprotogo.com. I rented a Canon camera last year. It went pretty as smoothly as it could have been. I've rented something this year that went really well. They sent it to our hotel. So I just picked it up when we got there. I didn't have to sit at home all day waiting for a package to come. So again, thanks for watching. Subscribe if you have not, and there will be other videos from Halloween Horror Nights 24, and we might even shoot a little bit extra up there. For example, we didn't get to see the Time Warp again, so we have no review of it for now, but hopefully later. So thanks for watching, and share it if you don't like it, and you know what, share it even if you didn't like it.
Yeah.
So, just kidding. Now, share it if you like it, and